My name is Abraham Meles. I am a new PhD graduate in experimental nuclear physics from New Mexico State University. I did my research at one of the top-rated national laboratories in USA, Brookhaven National Laboratory, which is found in New York, Long Island. I really am honored to be invited by Dr. Abebe Kebede to make this video for his project named Outreach for Future University Students. Thank you, Dr. Kebede. As I said, I am a new graduate and I also am a new assistant professor at Adams State University, Colorado. Before I came to USA in 2009, I was also a lecturer at Addis Ababa University, Kotabe Teachers College, and Dilla University. I love teaching, I love physics and math. At Brookhaven National Laboratory, there are a lot of researches being going on right now. 5 Nobel Prizes have been awarded to researchers from this lab. In Brookhaven National Lab, I was funded by United States government, Department of Energy, and I was working as an expert at a huge accelerator called REAK. In this accelerator, we collide very fast-moving protons and heavy ions. During those collisions, REAK was able to produce the hottest matter on Earth, very hot, which is 250,000 times hotter than the Sun. This super hot fluid is believed to be identical to what was produced during the creation of the universe, the Big Bang, which occurred approximately 14 billion years ago. Working at Brookhaven National Lab has been great and it was awesome. One of the accomplishments that I am proud of at Brookhaven National Lab is that I participated in building a new detector called forward vertex detector, which is now working perfectly. And one major paper is on its way to be published soon. The reason I prepared this video is not because I feel I am special or different person, but I believe you may learn something from my little experience. Getting to the point where I am now has never been easy. In this dynamic world, as you know, there are always challenges, but I believe challenges always come with the potential to grow and with rewards. Let me tell you a story that happened 1 or 1.5 years ago. That I was in Tokyo, in Japan, for 1 month's training at one of the nuclear accelerator facilities. And one of the scientists came and asked me where I am from, and I told him I am from Ethiopia, from Africa. And I saw him being confused and asked me if there was somebody I know from nuclear physics in Africa or from Ethiopia who motivated me to join this area. I asked him back and said, well, who motivated you? And he replied, my father was high energy physicist. Then I said back to him, okay, my father wasn't poor, my father was not educated, but he gave me high energy motivation. He didn't give me high energy physics, but he gave me high energy motivation. He was my motivator. That was interesting. But the reason I raised this is that I was born and raised from Gondar city, Ethiopia. Historically and culturally very rich place, country of proud and nice people. Like majority of the children in my time, we were the first generation to go to modern school. I dreamed to be an engineer, but I had no role model to look forward to or to guide me. Besides, I am the firstborn in my family, and it is a big responsibility. I needed to be a good role model to my brothers and sisters. My parents themselves couldn't have access to primary school when they were kids, but my father, my hero, he knew the value of education, and he was determined to provide us what he lacked during his childhood. Even though he is a businessman, he always tells me that his goal in life is not to make a big profits, but to see his children being educated and competent in this world. This challenge, being the first generation to go to school, my ambition to join college, the responsibility of being the firstborn, and the expectation to fulfill my father's dreams seemed to be too much or unfair burden on me. But I preferred to interpret this challenge as an opportunity to grow. I always visualize how would my father, my mom, and little brothers and sister feel when they see me being what I wanted to be. That was my fuel. That was my motivator to work harder and harder. Every time I get awards, my family are the first people to call. They are my motivators, they are my hero, and I thank them for everything they did for me. The point is, every generation, every family, whether you are from immigrant family or from poor family, every individual has unique and new challenge. The key is some people become desperate and give up whenever they face challenge, but some people interpret the challenge as opportunities to grow. Once you jump into this challenge and consistently work harder and harder, you will begin to enjoy the success. Things will be like a chain reaction. Things will take care of themselves. Best universities will start to beg you to join them, and they even offer you free scholarships. Companies will start to provide you fund for your research. At last, let me leave you with my favorite quote from Joseph Campbell. And it goes like this. As you go through the way of life, you will see a great chasm. Jump. It is not as wide as you think. Thank you for watching this video, and good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Selam Barega. Here I am to share you a little bit from my experience how you can be successful in your academic performance as well as in your life. Before I start my speech, I would like to thank you, Dr. Abebe Kabede, for giving me this opportunity. I'm a 24 years old, strong, confident, young and black woman. I was born in a town called Waliso in Ethiopia, from the middle income family. I attended my primary school and secondary school in one of public schools found in Waliso. Then I joined Dilla University and graduated with Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with a distinction in 2012. And I have been working for 2 years as a graduate assistant at Dilla University in Computer Science Department. Now I am studying Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering at Symbiosis International University, India, sponsored by Ethiopian government. Throughout my experience, what I have found out is the skills and the qualifications that make you a successful person is, first, figure out what you want to achieve. Then keep work hard. I call those things a key for success. And definitely you will achieve it within a short period of time. You may face so many struggles. People may say to you, you cannot do that, but you have to say no to those people and for those negative things and keep going. Once you pass that, you will feel great. Throughout my way, Still I'm facing so many struggles because of I'm a woman, I'm a black, but I will never and never give up, and I'll keep going. So unless you keep working hard, you'll not position yourselves for success. So finally, I would like to say something. Never give up. Nothing is impossible. Keep going. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Helen Kassa. I'm a senior at Prospect High School, and I, like many, am a woman. I'm a young woman, I'm a strong woman, and I am a black woman. But those to me are not titles. That is simply a small part of my identity. Today, I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to figure out and tell yourself, which young person are you? But before I start, I would like to thank Dr. Ababa for inviting me to speak to you all. I'm very thankful for the opportunity. You see, I'm 16, but I don't think I'm too young. I think people mature the moment they realize what they want to do. I've already discovered my purpose. I want to, like many, change the world. I want to promote equality, education, community activism, feminism, leadership, and most importantly, I want to promote self-love and confidence. I found that once you sort of discover yourself and your purpose, all the little things don't matter. Judgment doesn't matter. Everything around you loses its importance because you have found your love and passion. You see, although my challenges are not as significant as others, these microaggressions have shaped not only my own, but society's idea of the ideal woman. As a high school student, I have faced some adversity both in class and out. Helen, is that really your hair? Is that like a weave or something? Why don't you just straighten it? Or make it less poofy? Said a boy during study hall, implying that my natural curly hair didn't quite meet his beauty standards. Hey Helen, why do you always speak up and share your opinion? Don't you ever get scared of what other people are going to say or think about you? Said the quiet girl in my English class. Hey Helen, this is kind of random, but you're really scary and intimidating. I was always scared to approach you and stuff because you're kind of like a Michelle Obama type of female, if that makes any sense. Then continued with, but I don't know if you could get a boyfriend or anything. Like, dudes don't like to feel inferior to females, you know? It's our pride. You should just stay in your place, said a boy who approached me at the end of class as I packed my things. Oh, and my favorite, the ubiquitous, hey Helen, you're really pretty for a black girl. Like, you don't talk ghetto or dress ghetto. Like, you're like super smart. LOL, like, you're like an Oreo, get it? Dark on the outside, but super white on the inside. Ha ha ha. Not appropriate. Completely dehumanizing. But one of the most hurtful things I have experienced and currently still do experience are first impressions. Whenever I walk into a new class or new environment as a young black woman, did you catch that? 3 things. I am young, I'm a person of color, and I'm a woman. Because I'm young, it is already expected that I'm immature and out of my place. Because of my color, I'm probably going to misbehave, or I got some kind of affirmative action to get here. Because, you know, blacks aren't smart enough to take APs or be in high positions because of stuff like, you know, social Darwinism. Oh, and I'm a woman, so I'm definitely unable to properly carry myself outside of the domestic sphere. But, you know, life is tough. I'm forced to neglect the idea of, if I can't see it, I can't be it. It is something that you just learn to adapt to. Growing up, I wanted to blame everything. My family, my school, the system, you name it. I was ready to give up, throw in the towel, and walk away. When the pressure kept building up, I was left with only 2 options. Give up, or stop and build to be greater. I was then forced to ask myself, Helen, which girl are you? Today, I don't want colleges to accept me just because I came from a low-income family, or because I'm a woman, or a black woman, or a child of an immigrant, or a first-generation college student. I want them to accept me because I have a competitive score, great leadership, and a passion for community service. Today, I challenge each and every one of you to take a risk and get excited about your future by questioning yourself, which young person are you? Are you the young person who will one day be a great role model for other youth? Are you the young person who will one day shatter these long existing glass ceilings? Are you the young person who will one day lead this great nation? Or are you the young person who will one day change the world? Which young person are you? Tell the person sitting next to you, I am all of that. Let's give a hand to your fellow peers sitting next to you. I just want to conclude with this last thing. You are all unstoppable. Not because you didn't have failures or doubts, but because despite those, you continue to fight on. Every day, you build your stamina and endurance to come up higher than you were yesterday. So please, give yourselves a round of applause because you all deserve it. Thank you.